All right, commonsku beta team for shops. This video is for you guys. It's just to give you a quick little overview of how you can actually put shops together and kind of how you're able to get that up into commonsku. So I'm going to go through this a little bit quickly. There's some support material that you guys should also have received. So on the left-hand side, there is now a Shops tab. This is based off of a user login, so some of you will have it, other people at your company will not. It is based off of a per user right now. So for shops, once we do click on that, it's going to list out all of the shops that exist for your company, the date created, last order, the client it's for, who the rep is, the total value of the orders that have come through on the shops, along with the number of orders and what status that shop is in, whether it is an open shop or it is a closed shop, meaning the client can no longer order from it. And then you can obviously jump into shops from here. To create a brand new one, you do click Create Shop, type in the shop name and select whatever the client is, and then you click Create. Okay. Now it is a 1-to-1 ratio, so you do need one shop per client. So I'm going to go take a really quick look at a shop that I have already built out. So when you do create a shop, navigation's along the left. So the very first thing is the settings. This is where you can alter the name, change the status if you want to close it out, select your client rep and order rep. You can apply tags, so every order that comes through from the shop, it will have that tag on the order. So if you want to pull a report based off of shops, you could tag all of them with a similar word. Event type, project template, and then password. So you do have the option to password protect your store or your shop. And then obviously the client needs to know that to actually go in and place an order. For addresses, you have two options. Your first option is that the client can actually type in their address when they check out. Okay, this allows them to create the address. That'll create it back on commonsku when they do check out from the shop. Or you can make it so the client has to select an address from the drop-down. So you can click Edit Address List, and you can select addresses that you want to make available for that client to select from the drop-down. Additionally, you can also make it so the client has the option to still type in their address if they'd like by selecting this, or if you don't want them to be able to type in anything, you just want a predetermined address, you would just select predetermined addresses here, edit the addresses, and unselect this box. Now you can do that for both your billing address and your shipping addresses. You can also do that with your contacts. So you can either allow people to type in their name when they check out, or they have to select who they are from a list. And that list you would obviously predetermine the same way that we predetermine addresses. At the very bottom, you can give a checkout message. So when the client does order, they get this thank you message or whatever you want to type at the bottom. Adding in products is should be very familiar to everybody. It's the exact same as adding in products on a presentation. Literally the exact same. You add products in, you put in titles. With those new features that we released, you can go in and you can add in artwork as well if you would like. So you can click Add Artwork Location, and you can add art files, add art charges as well. Okay, the main thing to know about that is if you do add artwork in, so location, what the file looks like. The client does not see location and the file. Okay, they only see the photos that are available. So if you do want to show a photo, you would upload a mock. Once you've added in all of your products, shown all of the pricing, the last thing you need to do is design the store. So if we go to design, there are two themes, basic and billboard. You can choose what color the text is on the theme. So that text color, you can see I selected a green, shows my pricing and my browse all products in green. You would upload a header here. This shows at the top of the basic. You can also put in like a title basically. Yours will default with the title. I remove mine out just because I'm using this graphic. Okay, and then on the basic version, you can choose 4 products that you want to be your featured products. And to do that, you just click on the feature and select a product you'd like to show. Okay, so that's the basic version, and the basic version on the client-facing side will look something like this. So again, just actions and then preview. I have to put in my password here. So this is what the client would see of the basic version of my shop. So that's my header at the top, featured products, and then they can click browse all. And it takes them into the shop, which kind of looks like a gallery version of a presentation. So kind of like a smart gallery. And the client can flip through here If they see something that they really like, they can click on it just like they could on a gallery. They can add products in, and then they can fill out quantities and colors and all of that stuff. So that's the basic version. The other version or the other theme that you can use is Billboard. So if we select that, basically it throws up a billboard in the back, kind of like a massive landing page. Okay, and then if we go and take a look at what that style looks like to the client, same thing, let me throw in my password. So this is the landing page, so you send the shop out to your client. This is what they would see when they open it up. Then they can click Home, Shop, or Contact. Okay, Home will just take them to this billboard page. Shop takes them to the same place that Browse All Products takes them to. Okay, so you can see that. And then Contact will show them whoever the order rep is. So it shows your information that you have on your profile here. So let's take a look at how that gets sent out to the client. So to send out the shop to your client or to multiple people, we click Actions, and then you just click Email Shop. That opens up an email window just like everything else, and then you can select in the To field who you want to send this link out to. That obviously lists all the different contacts that you have on file for that client. You can see the shop is a link, obviously because it's live, so it has to go as a link, and then we are able to click Send Email. Okay, and I need to quickly throw an email address in there. So let's just throw in my name. Great. So you send that out to the client. Once that goes out to the client, this is where they shop. So let's take a quick look at what the client experience looks like. So if I'm a client now, I open up my link, I type in the password. That loads me into the shop. So I click Browse, and now I can flip through. And let's say that I want to go ahead. I'm going to order, some of these tumblers at the top. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click Add. You can see I have my color on the left, so I want to do forest green. We do enforce minimum quantities. So if I do 25, okay, it's not going to let me actually check out. It says minimum quantity not met. So it's not actually going to let me check out under the minimum. So minimum quantity is based off of the first column of pricing. Okay, when you're adding those products in, the first column is always considered the minimum. So now that we have that in there, what we're going to do is let's just up that to maybe 50, so we reach that minimum. Okay. From there, maybe we want to go ahead and we want to do we want to keep shopping, we want to add some apparel, so I'm just going to click Keep Shopping, and we're going to flip through, and we're going to go all the way down to an apparel piece. Maybe we go with this one. So yeah, that looks good to me. We'll click Add. So again, you can see now your client can fill out all of the sizes that they like. So they want 8 extra small, 12 smalls, 10 mediums. Large apparently isn't a size option here, so we need 12 XL and 3 XX. Great, so that's going to total it all for them here, so they can see all of that information. Okay, now if that's the last thing they want to order, they click Checkout. It takes them to this screen, and again, the billing information, so the contact depends if you allow them to type in their name or they have to select from the drop-down menu, and they can add a new if you give them the option to add themselves in. Same with addresses. If it's predetermined and you give them the option to add in their own, then they can do that. Again, if you unselect the ability for them to type in their own address, this Add New button won't be there. Same with the shipping information. Then the client clicks Submit Order. They get, thanks for your order. Thanks for checking out the shop. Great. So once that's done, what that'll do now is back here on commonsku, you'll see in our main shop page, in the order section now, it drops it in as an order. So the order here shows you the project name, so the actual project number, name of it, when it was created, who the contact was, and then also the value of that order and the status of the sales order. And you can refilter all these at the top, obviously. And you can have a bunch of different sort options on the right, which is kind of nice. And then if you want to go and see what that order looks like in commonsku, we click View Project, and you'll see it is just like a regular sales order. Sizes, colors, all that stuff is already filled out for you. And now you can continue along. Fill out the shipping information, generate your POs, and then eventually invoice your client. So that's a quick version of Shops for you. If you have questions about this while you're on beta, okay, feel free to reach out to us, support@commonsku.com. Okay, the beta period, I believe, is lasting for a couple weeks, so we would like to get your feedback as quick as possible so we can roll this out to the rest of the distributors on commonsku. So definitely send your feedback in. If you can accumulate that onto a sheet, some sort of Google Sheet, and you want to send me a list of your feedback at the end of the week or at the end of 2 weeks, that would be fantastic. Again, you guys can reach out to us at support, or you can email me directly, aaron@commonsku.com. Great. All right, thanks, guys, and happy shopping.